friendly farmers, welcome to Lone Oak Farm. I am Farmer Minn. I am just wrapping up the contract work that we have for fertilization, plowing, and cultivating over here on Field 8, part of Ian and Sons' land that they own, but they took back from contract, so we were hired to do some work here, so that's what I'm finishing up now. The other one, which would be Field 11, I believe, we got done already, so I'm just kind of wrapping this up here, and then we'll get this planted in which they desire. I'm kind of thinking they were leaning towards poplars, but being that we got our poplar field all planted, they kind of thought, oh boy, that's a lot of poplars, so they might not need that many. So I'm kind of thinking that they'll probably go along the lines of soybeans or something, try to make some money off it. Boy, oh boy, we had a late night last night. Farmer Manu and myself, 3:45 in the morning, we finally finished planting the poplars, and as you can see, we ended up leasing another poplar planter, so we were both going at it. We got that done. That looks good. That looks good. Even got most of it double planted, so we should have some good poplars come out of that field. Might actually even make a good chunk of change off that. You never know. Farmer Minn, no wait, no, Suzicreamcheeze, I'm sorry. Suzicreamcheeze is out spraying some pre-emergence herbicides on some fields, so she is out doing that. Happy is over at Happy's Hobby Farm. Happy and I were scouring the internet this morning, and we found a dandy of a planter, a little Hessia planter, so that is being delivered shortly, and then we'll get on with some planting there. I also did get the grass planted in the forest field that we had created, so that is ready to go. So that has all been planted, and I think what we're going to do is we are going to try to do some more silage bales there. You know what? I'm not expecting big money from the silage bales, but it's something. It's something. You know, it adds up. Other than that, things are pretty good. The animals are looking pretty good. But the other big news is we have some big news. We have some mega news that we got going on this morning. I started that project this morning, and we will wrap this field up here, and then we will go continue on with that. Looking at the seeding calendar that we have from the agronomist Donnie, we are right at that window now, the planting window, soil temperatures that we can get our soybeans and corn in the ground, but the temperatures just are not quite warm enough. So we're debating if we should start that planting process today or not. I'm kind of leaning towards maybe starting one field. Start planting one field, and then get full bore underway maybe tomorrow. That might be a good thing to do, but we'll have to just see how it goes. We'll just see how it goes today. We got lots going on today, and the reason is because now that summer is approaching, and a lot of our grass work is going to be underway. I was thinking about the silage bunker there at the farm, that I still have a bunch of silage in there, and if I wanted to fill that again for this coming year and in the winter, I am going to need to get that empty. So we had a construction crew come in. They built a little building for us, and we had that project underway. And we'll get down there as soon as I wrap this up here. We'll head by the poplars. I'll show you the poplars. Boy, they look good. They look good. That is some fun and outstanding poplars, I think. So yeah, so things are, I tell you what, things have gone really well here the last couple of days on the farm. Things are kind of, as I can drive my tractor maybe in a straight line, things have gone pretty well. Fertilization has come along. The sunflowers are up. They have emerged and are growing, as long as with the wheat and the canola. Canola looks absolutely awesome, I tell you, down there. All nice and yellow this time of the year, so that is good stuff. That is good stuff. Let's see. Oh, I'm almost done with this. We could just keep going and finish this up here. And then we'll be ready for planting. We did get this fertilized, plowed, and now cultivated. So that is a good $25,000 in our pockets from Ian and Sons once we get this planted. We did end up selling that plow that we brought up to the, look at that, keeps going that way, up to the dealership. That's sold. So we did have about $49,000 from that. We had about $14,000, I think, last time. We made some money overnight. $8,000 in sold milk. That's not too shabby. But I was talking to KJ Wiggum's Trucking, and seeing about getting some more cows on the farm. I think we're really going to expand this this dairy farm here. So that is another reason why we have the big mega developments today. Believe it or not, that we were lucky to find one. There's only a few of them over here in the U.S. that I could find in Oregon, but we did find one. So we're going to work on that project today a little bit, and then maybe this afternoon, maybe do a little planting. But as I wrap this up, then we'll head over to the poplars. I'll show you that field. There is one other thing that that happened that I am contemplating. It's another investment, but you know what? It's one of those things that might pay off for us. So here's 8, there's 11. These 2 fields are ready to go for Ian and Sons. We'll just get them planted. Coming over here to our poplar field. Look at that. That looks just nice. Doesn't that look nice? That looks good. That is one fine looking poplar field, I tell you. You betcha. That'll be fun to harvest, I think. That'll be fun. Might take all of us to get that harvested, but we'll get her done. We'll get her done. I think Farmer Manu and James are busy working on the pigs and the greenhouses and the trees. That's good stuff. They made some money overnight, and of course our bees, you know, they're producing some good honey, so they have some income. Hello, pigs. Oh, you're some fine looking bacon there, buddies. Good stuff. But right here on the corner is a field that the owner says wants to sell. He's been trying to get me to buy this corner piece here for a long time, and I've just kind of put it off. 98 grand for it. Might be worth it, might not, I don't know. 98,000. I forget how. Let's just look at the flyer here. I forget what he's asking for it. 6.05 hectares, 98,000. So we would have to borrow some money. So what we had paid off would have to be borrowed again to get that. But what I'm thinking is, because the other field here, the one coming up to the farm, field number 35, is supposed to be soybeans. So we could combine these two and make it all soybeans, which would be a pretty darn good thing, I think. So we'll have to go with it from there. But anyways, let's pull into the yard here and I'll show you what's going on. We had some construction. We had a construction crew come in. Like I told you, we had a building. We had a Bizer building constructed. Boy, they're good. They're good stuff, man. They are fast. They are efficient, and it'll be good for us. It'll be good. We got doors on each end. There you can kind of see what we're got going on right now. We'll just pull up over here to the side. There we go. So what we decided to do, we'll turn that off there. I'm going to need this here in a little bit. Actually, I'm going to need it now. Well, our plowing, let's see, our plowing and cultivating is all done. Well, unless we purchase that corner field there. So we'll just set this up over here. Got the T6 over there ready to go. So we'll just put this here. Whoops, wrong side. Let's see, I think I have to kind of go down, don't I, with that thing? Otherwise it kind of hits the roof. There you go. Perfect. That'll work there. Yeah, because if we buy that field, we'll have to get that fertilized and plowed and cultivated. But anyways, back to the project. What we decided to do is, I was thinking about it with the silage bunker and everything, and I thought to myself, you know what, we got to get that silage out of there so I can fill that bunker. And being that the grass work is coming around the corner, we'll have more hay. We have plenty of straw. So we had this building constructed in here. They did a fine job with their elevations and stuff. I know I'll get some grass planted in here, maybe even put in some trees around the side. Maybe some fruit trees here. Maybe even have room for another greenhouse. They have some cucumber greenhouses. Maybe we could put one of those in here too. But nice, doors on each end. So what we're doing is, we are, got the telehandler here, we are mixing up a bunch of power food. And we are going to use this for a power food storage. Yep, look at that. Doors over here. Yeah, that's nice. I can access it from this side if I needed to. Maybe I'll get rid of a couple bushes here that seem to be in the way. But these doors open and close. That's nice. So yeah, so we are making this a power food storage. We did purchase another bucket, a high capacity bucket for the telehandler here. So then I will end up getting some conveyors, and then when I need power food, it'll be all mixed up, ready to go. So that's kind of what's going on there. What I am doing, matter of fact, is called around, made a few inquiries, being my high power position at the dealership there, you know. And I was able to find and lease a Pekin. Yes, matter of fact, a Pekin. Big, nice company there in overseas. Mom and pop shop is how it started. They built one, and we have a few of them here in the U.S. There's a couple of them here in Oregon for the big cattle ranches, mostly out in Montana, Wyoming, Idaho. But I found one, and we leased this puppy. So we are making some massive power food. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to empty this bunker. I should look and see how much silage I still have left in here. Let's open my menu here and just take a look. What do I have in here? 267,000 liters. Holy buckets. So what I've been doing is, if I did one load, turn that thing back off there again. I did one load, and I used 3 straw bales, 4 hay bales, and then I filled it up with silage. So that would give me 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So that would give me 30,000 liters of silage per load. And what did I have in there? 267. So if my elementary math is correct, so, well, now I can't find my elementary math calculator. 267,000 divided by 30,000. 8.9 loads. Holy buckets, that's a lot. 8.9 loads? Jeepers. So that would be, let's just say 9 loads, and I'm using 3 straw bales at a time. That'd be 27 straw bales. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Oh, I still have plenty of straw bales. Look at that. And that would give me, 36 hay bales. So I even have enough of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Oh boy, that would use up all my hay bales. Well, I can't do that. I didn't think that real through, did I? If I did 4, I could go back down to, I think I could probably go back down to 3 hay bales. But we're just going to kind of keep going with it. And we're going to see how it goes. So let's see. What do I need to do? I need to get the T8 and get hooked up to the Pecan. And who knows? I don't know how much I can get in here. What I'm doing is I'm kind of backing into the Pecan in here, you know, and unloading it. And then I'm kind of scooping this forward. I was leaving a little bit extra room in the front here in case I wanted to store something in there. But we'll see how that goes. It could be a disaster. This could end up being a disaster, I tell you. But you know what? It wasn't that expensive. Nope, not that expensive at all. I thought I had more hay bales. But you know, grass work is just right around the corner. I can easily make some hay bales. We should get some pretty darn good yields because of the fertilization that we've done on the grass fields. So that might not be that bad of a deal. Let's see, this is, whoa, easy. I don't want to lose my security deposit on this Pecan here. You know what? The other thing I'm thinking of, I might as well get some different forks on this thing. Because that Pecan is 65,000 liter capacity. So to make the ratio, I don't need to use straw bales, but I'm using straw bales as a filler because I have a lot of straw bales. I have plenty. Ooh, look at that. Look up for the garbage there. I do have a lot of straw bales, so I don't need to save them. So I'll have plenty for this coming winter. We do have a barley field planted, and we do have a wheat field planted. I'm just kind of concerned about the hay bales now. I wonder if I could do 3 straw, 3 hay, and the rest in silage. That would even get rid of more silage per load, and kind of go from there. I'm going to use this puppy and see how this goes. So let's try a load, and we'll see how we get on with that. If it works or not, we'll find out. But that's kind of the morning project here. I know it is taking a little bit longer than I was hoping for, but let's see if this is going to work here. What? The bale is not supported? What the heck are you talking about? It's a frickin' straw bale, for crying out loud, man. I've used it before. Well, that's just stupid. That is stupid. I've done this before, man. I have done... Oh, they're 5,000 liter bales, but I've used them. I used them. I hauled them, well, that's crazy. I hauled them over to, the sheep farm. Well, that's not going to work. That is not going to work. Okay, well, that's garbage. We'll put that back. Unless I didn't use the, oh, you know what? I bet you I didn't use the auto-load ones. I bet I had the straight ones at the time. And I was trying these ones. Well, these are going to be garbage anyway. So, well, we're going to sell these two things. Yeah, we'll get rid of those. I suppose I could use the telehandler. Oh, no, I know what I can do. Where is the fork? I have a Kotek fork. I can use that thing. That's what I'll use. That is over here, I believe. There it is. Ah, there we go. Now we're cooking with sauce, I tell you. So, if I go back, if I do 3 of each, we'll see how that goes. Not supported. That's just crazy talk. Look at this. This thing works just fine. Don't need that fancy auto-load garbage. Just use this. So, because these are 5,000 liter bales, I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, so here'd be 10,000. Then I'm going to add one more. Then I'm going to add one more straw. So that's 15,000. And then I'm going to add 3 hay, which would be 30,000. And then 35,000 liters of silage. Is that going to work? That should work. Whoa! Easy there. Easy there. Don't knock over the whole pile, for crying out loud. Because what I'm trying to do is, you know what? I suppose if I had a bunch of silage left over, I could just sell it, but, you know, the price of that is not that good. Then I'd have to load it up, haul it up to the BGA, dump it off in there. And it's not like I'm short corn, and it's not like I'm short grass. Oh, watch out, building. I got plenty of that stuff, so I don't have to be so easy with my bales. So I don't have to use them so sparingly, is what I'm trying to say. And this way, when we get this cattle operation up and running here, look how easy that would be just by power food. You just get some conveyors in there, back the trailer up, fill it up, dump it off. No more mixing. We can do all our mixing in one kind of day thing. Come on there, Bale. There we go. Kind of got to rock it a little bit. Just got to kind of rock it. So now we need one more hay bale, and we'll see how it goes. And then if I can fill that up and still get a power food mixture out of it. But what's going to happen? Jeepers creepers. What's going to happen? I wonder if I don't get the power food mixture. I suppose I'll just have to kind of watch the oops, that's okay. I'll get you next time. I'll just have to watch the mixer and see if it all stays green. If it starts to turn, well, if it turns red, then I'm really in trouble. We can watch it, but it should work. I don't know why not. As long, well, maybe not, because maybe if the silage ratio gets too high compared to the hay. You never know. We'll see. We'll just give it a shot here. We'll hop into the T8 with the pecan, the big mammoth. Probably start the tractor first. That might help. And we'll pull up underneath there. Let me go outside here. Back this puppy up there. And we're filling. And we'll turn on the menu there. As that fills, we'll watch that. And hopefully, this is all going to turn out just fine and dandy. Okay, just crossing 40,000. That's still 25,000 liters to go. We're sitting okay. Well, we'll eventually get that straw ratio down there in the green. That'll be good. The only thing I'm wondering is if my silage is going to be too high compared to my hay, because the hay ratio is now starting to go down at 32% there. If I was a better mathematician, if I would have paid more attention in my elementary, middle school math, I could have probably figured this out in my head without doing it this way, kind of experimenting. But I'm not that smart. No. That's why I am a virtual farmer. So with that said, we're still okay. I only put in 3 straw bales, so that should go down here shortly. There it is. That's green. So now we got power food, and we got 15,000 liters to go. So as long as the hay does not fall below that bar, we are good to go. As it slowly gets down there. 27%. We got 10,400 liters to go. Might be close. This might be close. I wonder how low with the hay percentage we can get. 57,000. This is the one thing about 5,000 liter bales. Yeah, see, now I'm getting closer there. 25.5%. We're going to stop at 60 and see what happens. Okay, there's 60,000, so I am 5,000 liters short. But I don't know if I dare go to another 5,000 liters of silage if that hay percentage will be too low that it won't be power food anymore. That's the only thing I'm worried about. 5,000 liters, because that's one hay bale. You know what? I'm gonna do a little experiment here. I think I may have said 65,000. It's 64,000 liter capacity, and that works just fine. So we will go with that. So let's just see. Let's turn that back off again. There we go. Now comes the tricky part. What I have found. We got 64,000 liters of power food. My goodness, look at that. That is awesome. So, with that said, I've already dumped in 64,000 liters of power food. So this will be 128,000 liters of power food that we will have in storage. And we have a long way to go yet. Too bad nobody in the area bought power food. I mean, just think if we could sell some power food and make some money, that would be absolutely outstanding. So we're going to back this up out of the way here. Whoa! What was that? Must have been a rock still stuck in there or something. I'll have to get that taken care of. Maybe it was those darn turtles again. Kangaroos too. We've had some kangaroos around here as of late, but let's see. Let's just get this backed in here without taking out the side of my new fancy building. And let's see. Zoom in here. I like how it doesn't leak to the wall either. Let's start right here. We'll open the doors. We'll start filling. Now the problem is, my pecan tends to get a little stuck there, so it does take some finagling here. That's why I had the telehandler in here, but we're just going to keep going here. Whoa! Lifting my pecan up there. Easy, buddy. Easy. Easy. Okay, we got that out. It'll take a little finagling, to be honest with you. But we got it out. Ooh, I got some leakage to the side there. We'll have to get that fixed. But now what I can do... Whoops. Boy, I don't want to wreck my fancy new building here. is I wish I had a better way of unloading it. I could try conveyors. Maybe I should try that. But I was just kind of moving it that way. Looks like I could get some conveyors and see how that goes. That might work. Or what I could do, you know what I never thought about doing either? I could, I wonder if I could get some conveyors. I could dump the power food into my big tipper trailer and then back that up in here and dump it. That would be a heck of a lot easier, I think. Maybe I should try that. Maybe I should try that. We'll try that next and see how it goes. Because the problem with the pecan is it just kind of builds up like that. Yeah, so maybe we can try that next. That might be easier. We'll give that a go. I don't know how unloading that pecan into a conveyor is going to work, but it doesn't do so bad when I get the telehandler in here, you know, and I'm kind of just making nice big piles. But maybe we'll try the tipper next. I can call up to the dealership. I can have the boys bring me down some conveyors. I'll lease some of those. That's what we'll do. But in the meantime, I'll get this pile cleaned up, and then we'll set up for that, and we'll give that a shot and see if that goes any better. Let's see, 64,000 liters in the pecan, 70,000 liters. Yeah, so one pecan load. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to buy conveyors anyways because I want them for this thing. So I'll have the boys at the store bring me down some conveyors. We'll give that a shot and see how that goes, and I'll see you here in just a little bit. Okie dokie. I tell you what, I really like this building. I really do. It keeps that power food in there nice and neat. No real leakage coming out of there. I'm a big fan of that thing. The boys up at the dealership, boy, I tell you what, you call, they get things done. They have brought me a conveyor, 2 conveyors that I purchased. So that's why we're down to 28,000, yeah. But we wanted them anyway. So I got them set up here. I got the 850 hook with my tipper hooked up, which is probably a good thing because this thing is absolutely filthy, this trailer. We're going to get that a good wash here before we put that back. But I got another load mixed up here. Get in the T8, so we have another 64,000 liters of power food here. Let's see. They're going to dump this way. So maybe if I just drive straight ahead here and pull right in here like this. Now this is going to be a slower process, I think, just because of the fact that we got to go up these conveyors. But now, if I dump a little bit out at a time, it's gonna be a longer process. That's for sure. But that works out pretty good. Maybe I'm a little bit too close to the conveyor. Let's back up. Let's get a little bit farther away here. Yeah, I'm knocking that conveyor, but you know what I mean. We're gonna get it done. I do have the telehandler here, so I can clean up the others, or I can just move the conveyor and get that all cleaned up. I probably maybe could be a little bit farther away yet. Kind of come in here at an angle, kind of like this. Now the back door opens and it shows that it's dumping out there, but it's it's not really doing anything. Now, power food, I suppose we shouldn't be dumping on the ground like this, but I don't know much about power food. But we're going to give this a go. We're going to keep going here. It's kind of a slow process. It's just dump and fill, dump and fill. But I don't know any other way to do it faster, to be honest with you, besides the conveyors into the semi. I think that way, this is going to be a heck of a lot easier to unload into that building from my semi than backing the pecan in there, because I keep getting the pecan stuck in there. So we'll see how this goes. I'll fill up the semi, and we'll check back with you here in a second. Just got the last 6,000 liters of power food to load, but that actually worked out pretty well. Actually, not that, didn't take that long at all. I'm kind of surprised. Once I got the distance between the pecan and the conveyor kind of figured out, it worked really darn well. And I don't even have any kind of leftover that I can't get. So we'll let that finish filling here, and then we'll try to unload this tipper, and we will see how that goes. And I'll probably end up taking a break from this and maybe hook up to the planter with the T8, and we will head out and maybe try to get one soybean field planted. Either that, or I still have to make a decision on that field over there. 98 grand. I don't know if I want to get back into 98 grand more of debt. But looking at this, we do have, if we look soybeans, we do have 98,000 liters of soybeans. The price right now is terrible, $9.50. But if you look into our forecasted price for soybeans, went right by it. You know, in the next couple of days here, that price will go up. So we do have that little bit. Oh, you didn't get that little bit. Oh, come on there, man. What's wrong with you? Oh, for crying out loud. Don't you hate that? You got one little bit of pile there on the ground and just doesn't want to pick up. There we go. That little bit. That little bit. So we'll unload this. That should be 64,000 liters of power food into our tipper trailer. So we had 128,000, another 64,000. Wow, we're getting a lot of power food in there. We'll hop into here. 64,000. You know what I think I'm going to do just for the meantime? I think I'm going to put some in the front of the visor building here, just for the fact that I don't think that I'm going to be able to store anything in there anyways, because it's going to be plump full of power food. So I know I'm driving over my front yard here. Oh, look out for the shrub, look out for the tree. I probably shouldn't do that, but the grass is not yet to grow here yet, so we can do that now. And then we'll back into the front of it, and then I'm going to fill that up a little bit. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the doors and maybe somehow kind of get that piled. Maybe that's what I should have done in the first place. Now, if I'm mistaken, if I'm right, I'm only going to be able to unload a little bit at the time. Here I am on my porch watching this whole process. Yeah, ooh, easy. You know what, I think let's take a look at that, because what I can do is unload some and then use my telehandler to pile it up there better. Yeah, I probably could. So maybe we'll leave that like that. Yeah, and then I get my telehandler in there. So now how much did that leave me? Oh, I got about 20,000 liters. That's not too shabby. That is the only problem with this thing, is that I cannot, backing in there, I can't tip up real high. But, a little bit at a time. So, we're back into here now. I'm going to try to get as back far as I can until I hit the pile. There we go. Unload some there. I know it's not the most, the best way of doing it, but it is what it's doing. Yeah, I don't like that, but it is what it is. There we go. There is 64,000 liters of power food unloaded in there. So there's 3 loads of 64,000 liters. Yeah, that worked a lot better than the pecan. Plus, I didn't get stuck. The only other way I could do it like I did in sugar beets in Oregon Springs would be to get the conveyor and do that. But I don't have time for that. I don't want him to do that. I don't want to make it the fancy little thing. I can get the telehandler in there. I can scoop that up. That'll be good. And we're good to go. So that process is going to work. Maybe I could see if Farmer Minn and James want to come and continue this I'm going to go into my office. I'm going to do some money figuring out, and maybe we should get that field purchased and combine that and make that one big soybean field. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on here. I might do that. Got the power food going on there. I'll make another load. I'll get that loaded, and then we'll see you back here in a little bit, and we'll see what we're going to do next. Oh boy, it's been a busy afternoon. Holy buckets. I got the high-spec 3000 TDS out, hooked up to the Big Bud. I am getting her full of slurry at the moment. Farmer Manu and James are going to come down and continue on with this process here. We're all ready to go. I got another semi-load of 70,000 or 64,000 liters in there, sorry. But I have made a decision. Yes, I did. Up to 53,000 if you look into the menu. Go over to my bank. I borrowed another 120,000, so I'm up to 1.12 million, which it is what it is. I have talked to Farmer Peter Wood about that field. What number is that? Field 30. So that is now ours, part of the Lone Oak Farm. I did purchase that, so I am going to get into the Big Bud here after this slurry fills up. I don't have a whole lot of slurry. Let's just double check here. What do I have? Oh, boy, I did have some. I have 73,000 liters in the cows, and I have 15,000 liters for the pigs. So I'm hoping this will be enough slurry to cover field 30. And then we will get those two plowed together. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he put in a crop in there. Let me just double check. Yeah, he did. He planted some canola, but it hasn't emerged yet, so that's not a good sign. So I am just going to plow it under. I am going to spread some manure, plow that under, and combine the two fields, and then we will get start the Big Bud. Awesome. And we will get the two fields combined and planted with soybeans for our schedule. But everything is running like a Swiss watch here, I tell you. Got the pile kind of straightened out here. So far, so good. That is awesome. No leakage here. We did have one little seep through there, but we'll get that cleaned up. And like I said, I'm going to develop this some more. Maybe put in some trees, like I said. Maybe even one of those cucumber greenhouses here. I like cucumbers. Ooh, yummy. They're good stuff. Put that here, plant some grass, maybe get some trees in here. So that'll look pretty snazzy when it's all said and done. But in the meantime, because I believe, let's look at our mapping here real quick. Go over to the fertilization point. Why is 35 saying it has not been fertilized? I could have swore we fertilized 35. Huh! Well, now I'm going to have to do that too. Well, 35 and 30 altogether. So, I was thinking we had that fertilized. We didn't put down a pre-emergence fertilizer on that yet. So now what I'm doing, I might as well. I might as well slurry it. I'll see how much I can get. Either that or I'll have to just go into, over down to Jaren's, Manure and Slurry Emporium down there. And, let's see. Got to go outside here and look at this. I don't know. Boy, it's been a long time since I've used this. I brought this over from Oregon Springs. Yeah, this is not going to last very long at all, is it? But we'll keep going. Put the GPS on there. Get a nice straight line. Well, you might as well use what we have. That'll be cheaper than buying urea. We'll just keep going. I thought I had this one fertilized, but I guess I didn't. So we will fertilize this one and 30, get them plowed together, and then I'm thinking, next time we come back, we will get this planted with soybeans. These two fields here will plant with soybeans, maybe even yet tonight, I think, or probably first thing in the morning. But I'm guessing, starting first thing in the morning, we can do a lot more planting. But yeah, it is what it is. We'll get this done here. Hopefully then as well we'll have the silage bunkered emptied. That would be nifty. If not, then we'll just have to keep going where we're going. But yeah, I don't know. We'll maybe pick up here next time, or yeah, we'll probably just pick up here next time. It's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but I'll probably get this all slurry spread, get this wrapped up, and then we'll see how the silage power food making operation goes, and we will go from there. But until then, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for joining us. Yes, a quick little plethora of things that we have going on here, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all fun and games. And we will leave it there, and we'll see you next time. But if you happen to enjoy the video, give us a like. We would appreciate that. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, consider doing that as well. You've got nothing to lose. But as the afternoon rolls on here on Lone Oak Farm, Farmer Minn telling you, have yourself a great day and keep them between the ditches. So long.